peace, power, and love. All this from a perspective of blackness, from the black hole, from the divine essence of the creator of blackness, of light from blackness. Everything comes from blackness. And this is Blackanized Report, this day, other half of Black Report of Malik and Malik, on this 20th day of our global boycott against racism, against murder and mayhem from our hand through social engineering, and especially from the European man and this racist system that we live in, and white supremacy worldwide, and all those connotations of it. And also those who join sides with our natural enemy, like Negro pens and whatever, is a boycott against that mentality and that spirit. This is a global boycott, locally, nationally, and internationally, against the whole precept and concept of all European dynamics that we must overcome as a race of people on this planet. We must take the planet to blackness in a matriarchic way, take it back to when it was great here in harmony and peace on the whole planet. We have to do this yesterday. We have to take control of our communities and all that. And I feel good this morning, so I'm going to do this again. This is Blackanized Report by Humam Abdulmalik, the other side of Black Report of Malik and Malik. And peace, black power, and black love. And I want to say good morning to a black man. No, I'm just playing, Neverland. I'm just playing with you, Neverland Williams. Iconic figure in our community. Almost a living legend. He got a couple of more years because he's so young. He got to reach a certain age to get that title. A living legend. But a dynamic brother in our community. Everybody knows him. And a good friend of mine, a spiritual brother of mine, because he got a righteous mind. And good morning, my brother. Salaam alaikum, hotep, ashe, shalom. On this 20th day of our mass global boycott, and also, not only that, we're, as black people, stop practicing all European holidays, customs, and religion, and all that. See, we got to get them out of our mind where our gold and diamonds are at. So when they are in our mind, that's what they control, our resources. So we got to get them out of our mind. We have to understand our universe and be in control of it so we can control the universe once again. That's what we have to do. And it is not a sad day, but it's a day that we lose a real iconic figure in Ward 8. This brother was a master teacher. To me, he was a wizard. This brother taught youth from, 5 on up, to how to retain information academically. He should have been the head of the school board or educational system, because this brother taught our children amazing things of knowledge, of international knowledge, academic excellence, how to retain critical thinking skills or attainment, not memorization, but in memorizing information that a lot of, I didn't know. I ain't gonna speak for nobody. I'm gonna speak for myself. I was listening to the children. I said, God, I was scratching my head. How did they know that? They knew the capital of all countries around the world. They knew the president's name, all 45 of them, and all frontwards and backwards. They knew every denomination on the dollar bill, up to the $10,000 bill or whatever, and each president that was on it. They knew how to spell words that I can't even dream about. And they did this from this bad black man, this brother, man, that was a master teacher, who was a master student. Only way you can become a master teacher is be a master student. I'm talking about this iconic figure of Ward 8, Ike Foster. He is now the ancestors. And we need, as black people of Ward 8, we should get a street name after this brother. Because this brother taught our children in a way that I don't think no teacher have taught. He taught these children, I don't know how he did it. That's why I call him a wizard. This brother was a multi-genius, an iconic figure of Ward 8 that dealt with our children in a way that's unexplainable. So we must, as a people, recognize this brother. We must say something to the mayor, to the city council, and people of Ward 8, and write something up in the recognition of this brother and his greatness. The brother that was always in the trenches. The brother that was an activist in the community. He was so active in the community that he taught our children how to think. I teach chess, right? And I talk about critical thinking. But this brother implemented it, truly. And you will always be in my heart and mind, my brother, as a black Merlin, as the black Merlin, the wizard, a black wizard, a multi-genius, the M.O.V.E.S. That's how you will be in my mind and remember it all the time. Long as I'm here in this realm of dimension, and wherever I go when I leave here, leave this temple, man, you will still always have that impression upon me. Wherever we meet again, you know, in an energetic quantum field of energetic beings or whatever. I tip my hat to you. Much respect to you and your family. Your family has my condolences. They have nothing to be sad about, but it's a natural thing to go through this sadness. But your greatness, man, override any sadness, man, because you touch a lot of hearts, especially them youth, man. I know they're going to be kind of messed up, but we got to be able to accept the aspect of, I ain't even going to call it death, departure. You went to another realm, another dimension. Your energy is gone. Only thing that dissipated was your body, your temple. But you'll always be remembered by everybody, at least me. I know I'm always remembered because you amaze me when you used to call and talk to me and all that, man, just talk to me about little simplistic things, natural things. That's what we got to remember. Simplicity and natural little common sense things are the things we as a people, we must grasp onto as a black people to come out this paradigm of being caught up in the quagmire, deceptive maze that was created for us by these genome primates, by these people that have a mentality of control, people that really don't have no soul. Because if they had a soul, do you think they could treat people like they did for the years that they did around the world? Especially us. We call the brunt of their insanity because they know who we are in humanity. So we got to overcome their insanity that they instilled in us, that they had programmed in us through social engineering, by us going to their schools and all that, by us accepting their rules and regulations on life that they stole from us. They stole everything they got from us, and we've got to regurgitate it to get a college degree and all that. They stole everything from us, and we got Greek fraternities. How insane is that? That's why we got to go black into our inner verse and understand who we are as divine people. According to our ancestors, they left signs of who we were. You think them pyramids, or you think them statues don't mean nothing. Been there for thousands of years. They knew a time was going to come like this. They knew a time was going to come like this, that we're going to be in the midst of confusion, right? So, but the confusion don't exist no more because we don't have no excuse no more. See, they tried to enslave us to the point that we will be in a mental grave forever. But the thing is, we are out of that mental grave by divine decree, because this is the age of Aquarius. And in this time, everything spiritually and divine is opening up to us, to where we supposed to be back. We supposed to be right now in this day and time is right where we supposed to be to turn this thing around. This white supremacist machine, the mean machine, as my brothers, the last poets, would say, this mean machine is collapsing. You know why? Because those in leadership of this white supremacy paradigm in this realm of time or dimension in time are dying out naturally. The sunlight is giving us strength, the energy. We have to tap into the energy and we have to research and gain knowledge of who we are and understand that we are energetic beings, that we're in tune with nature, with the plants, with the animals and everything. We have to understand that our temple and what resides inside our temple is an universe, like the universe. The same things, all the minerals on this earth is in us. We're 97% water. So if the moon has a effect upon the water, upon the earth, then don't you think it has an effect upon us? And so that tells us that it is some validation to the energy, the pull of things in the natural realm of things, and in the astrology and all that. See, those are sciences that we use in reality. And all the healing and what we did with all the methodologies or schools of thought that they say that they're evil. It's only evil when you do evil like they do evil in their cult circles. And I'm talking about the people that can run in the country, the so-called government, which is a criminal enterprise. And we got to realize that. We have to realize that and understand that and convey that. I seen my cousin, man, twice. That's my big cousin. Y'all know who I'm talking about, Levelon. Talking about Drip, that big old linebacker. Didn't y'all go to school together? No, you ain't go to Wilson with that brother there. Seen my brother yesterday over Rosedale, right? Let me see. NOI, FOI, training gown, Blackanized Inc, Conscious CHESS M.O.V.E.S, El Rashidun Community Center. We went over there as we usually do, that we started, 2 or 3 years ago, Brothers Huddle. We go in communities to reach our people. See, we got to go in the communities, control our communities, and stop the killing. We have to reach out to the brothers that's doing it. People be trying to look for methodologies to stop the killing in our community. It's us, black men, black women, and black children. We have to unify and gravitate to peace, love, and understanding of ourselves once again. We have to come out of the paradigm of being programmed, socially engineered, and through social narcotics. We all have been in the cesspool. We have been in the concrete jungle. We have lived that. Those of us who lived that and have the experience of that and came from that and know how to be in that, walk through that, and walk through the valley of the shadow of death and fear no evil. See what we got, our advantage, you can't get this in no college. You can't get this out no book. This is life experience, because we have been ordained by the Creator and our ancestors to walk the walk that we have walked. So we have the power now to talk the talk, because we have walked the walk. But now we got to do more than that. We got to go reach our young brothers that's been so socially engineered that they became predators. We got to stop the killing, the senseless killing in our communities. And the only way we're going to do that is that the ones that's doing it got to stop it. We have to develop as a people, a tribune of our people. We got to deal with the elders and we got to deal with the youth. We got to overcome the generation gap that they say exists between us and the elders and the youth. It's no generation gap. They created that so we can have that misperception or that unity amongst us. Not only that, they in the late 70s, early 70s, they put in a method, social engineering, to destroy the family. They put our sisters into a position higher than the men, but it started before that. They started it with the welfare program. That really wasn't a benefit for us, really. It was a benefit for the Europeans. But they always say us. They point to us with everything. They point to us with black on black crime, like they don't do no crime. The thing about it, their crime is at a higher echelons than us. These people drop bombs on countries. These people take countries over. Them the criminals. What we call the government, they're the criminals. Globally, from nationally, locally, but internationally, because it's imperialism. We have to study these people and know these people and the games that they play. Every European on this planet that had a hand in our debilitation and took us through captivity, so-called slavery, if they paid the Jews that and paid the Japanese some money and paid us Native Americans, but they put the little trickery in that because the European is the nickel Indian. You got to study history because these people are so deceitful. And we got to overcome what they put in us through social engineering. I got to slow down. I humbly apologize because I be so hyper, right? A lot of people, like in the car, they got to put their feet on the gas, right? But see, me, I'm already at 100. When I put the feet, I'm already at 100, and I put my feet on the gas, I'm gone. And I got to overcome that to be this hyperness in me, but I can't help it. It's a part of my nature because I love my people, and I want to speak this truth that I'm speaking by divine decree on the pathway of my ancestor, that I won't be sold and I can't be brought. And I'm here as a spiritual warrior, a representative of the Creator, in the circle of the Creator. And I'm not by myself because I'm fortified and I'm protected first and foremost by the Creator, and they call them angels. It ain't no angels. It's our ancestor. See, they don't want us to tap into that magical power that we have, but they want to take it and use it in their occult circles, in the Yorkshire rites and the Scotch rites, in the Masonic circles, in the Illuminati circles. And people talking about that's a conspiracy theory. If it's a conspiracy theory, look at your District of Columbia flag and explain those 3 stars. They got it already written. All you got to do is study. Not study. You got to go in the book. You got to go into esoteric knowledge and arcane knowledge. You just can't read and see things on the plain, simple top surface, right? You got to go like in the rabbit hole. You got to go in the rabbit hole like Alice in Wonderland, because this a wonder, man, because they got us in a quagmire, deceptive maze. I got to slow down again, don't I? think I'm going too fast. I got to slow down. Please forgive me. I feel so good from yesterday, man. You know why? When I was in Rosedale, I met my big old cousin, too, right over there. He teaching football. He coaching over there. But, man, I do chess, right? Because chess is a critical thinking development skill that we need to give to our youth. And that's my illustrious brother, Frank Muhammad, of Brothers Huddle and NOI, FOI. He said that I'm teaching military tactics. He take it so deep, and I be like, man, why you doing that? I know it's that, but God, dog. Every time he see me and he see the chessboards with me, he get all happy and stuff, and And man, here we go with the military strategist, you know. And all my brothers be talking about, I'm a chess master, I'm a chess enthusiast. But I mastered myself, right? And so mastering myself, I guess I'm a master at everything I do. But then not in the essence of like Maurice Ashby. You know, he's a chess master with the credentials of being called that. Much respect to him. And my brother, Eugene Brown, the one that when I came home, me and him played, and I took him to the ground. I made him say uncle. But then we played out. But he's the brother, the king, he who would be king, the king and I, or whatever. The movie that they depicted about him and his chess endeavor with the chess club, Big Shed Chess Club, and the chess house up on Sheriff Road. He's a mentor to me. But we're in equality in our chess game, I'll say that. Eugene Brown, another great brother that deals with chess that I'm very well acquainted with. There's some other brothers, the Black Knight, I think he passed, another great brother. There's so many people to deal with that, but my methodology of teaching chess is about military strategy, but it's very simplistic and natural. Conscious Chess Moves is that how I teach it. I teach the basic, simplistically. And when I taught it with the help of Mr. Hart and Mr. Turner down at Anacostia Library, we taught the youth that didn't know how to play chess at all. And they took it on, right? And they grasped it. And don't you know, they went around this city and won 10 first place trophies. I ain't telling no joke. I'm gonna show you. I ain't joking with it. I'm telling you, they won those trophies that you see over there. They won those trophies right there. And I just got the trophies here until I get a spot that I can put them in the, you know, the cabinet and all that. When I get a spot, I want to continue this conscious chess movement on a larger scale. I want to be part of the development and the growth of the minds of our youth to be critical thinkings. Like the brother, this iconic figure who's an ancestor now, man. He taught our youth, man. Shoo, boy, I'm telling you. The people that know what I'm talking about, they know that this brother was a multi-genius. He was an M.O.V.E.S. These young children can tell you the capital of countries around the whole globe. I don't care what it was, China, Japan, Taiwan, Cameroon, Egypt, Morocco, Zanzibar, wherever. If the brother Ike said something, they, just like that. He told them, they could tell you the denomination of all money. They could tell you the presidents from the first one all the way up to redhead here, or orange head, whatever he is, and back. I mean, stuff like that. I'm talking about spelling words like with maybe, what, how many, what's how many words that thing got? Anti-disestablishment materialism and all them type of words, you know, with 5 or 6, 15 syllables. They could spell like that, man. It was amazing, man. I hold this brother in high esteem. He was an Imhotep in my Black Merlin the Wizard, a genius. But we got to, you know, promote people like that in our community. We got to support them, you know. We got to support like Brothers Huddle, the NOI, Training Ground. Supporting is not like, it's like being a part of it. Being a part of taking in what they trying to give out. It's like feeding, you know, giving you food, nourishment for your mind, body, and spirit. And with that, let me see who on there. I want to say Salaam Alaikum, Rahmatullahi wa Barakatuh. I want to say Salom. I want to say Hotep, Ashe. I want to say Namaste to all people that's on this line at this time, because it's a divine communication. It's a divine communication from the Creator through me and from the ancestors through me. Because I am an emissary of my Lord, because I give my life to my Lord and our Lord in African spirituality. All European-centric, anything, I don't have nothing to do with. I apologize to those whose feet I step on about saying we shouldn't practice these holidays, because when we practice them, It's a different side, another side to each and every one. Thanksgiving. How you going to be thankful for slaughtering and killing people that taught you how to stop being a cannibal and eating each other? And you want to say something about Thanksgiving. Then you're going to talk about Christmas, about a European. You do hard work, and then some dramatic German guy, St. Nicholas, that you want to say come down your chimney and give your children toys, or you tell the children the first lie and ask your children, why do they lie? Because we lied to them. If we got to stop lying to them, we got to take on the principles of Kwanzaa throughout the year. Either one of those principles. We got to teach our children core values and pass a righteous, excuse me, I got to slow down. Rites of passages. We got to teach them that. That's what we got to get back into our customs and practice as black people here in America and Africans around the globe. However you want to say it, Akabulans, Exiems, Exiems, we're from the continent of Africa. That's where the seed begins. According to scientific studies from a sister named Lucy, who happened to be melanated and carbonated, and that seed and bloodline goes through all humanity. And all people that's on the planet come through us, by us. And then the genome primate come from what they're doing now. They're doing like cloning and splicing and all that. That's where they come from. We had to be first because everybody come from us. If Europeans were first on this planet, it would not be us, and they would have died out by now because the sun is killing them out. And not only that, their birth rate is not keeping up with their death rate. Their death rate is overtaking their birth rate. We got to realize that it's our time, according to the divine scheme of things, the divine plan from our divine essence within us. We have been blessed. We've been blessed, man. We've been blessed with what? That's Reverend Wilson there in Union Temple. We've been blessed with Jeremiah Wright. We've been blessed with Minister Farrakhan. We've been blessed with those people, Umar Johnson, Phil Valentine, and Musidi, what his name, that the spiritual warrior. We've been blessed with all our historians, man. We got to tap into that truth and that energy so that we can build and take back our communities. We got to reach our young brothers who's doing this senseless killing because they've been socially engineered through the music they listen to, through the videos they look at, and all that. And it all stems from the same source, from this criminal enterprise that they say is the government. It's a group of Europeans that have devised a scheme or methodology of control. And they do it through religion, and they do it through the so-called government. And both of them are criminal enterprise. I say from the Vatican in 1453, 1453 around, or 43, around in those time, in that 10-year period that they did that 10-year period of 1453 to 1443. In that period, they did the bull papist, and it should be bull crappus, because I don't want to be vulgar on this air, and I ain't going to be vulgar because I don't speak vulgar. I'll say that it's supposed to have been bull crappus, but they call it the bull papist when they said that they can come into Akabulan Exium, they call Africa now, and they said that we can be slaves because we were heathens, we were soulless. And how could that be? You tell me, how could that be when we already had built pyramids? How can that be when we had federations? We had Timbuktu, we had Malai with the Dungo tribe that can look up in the sky and see the Sirius star without a telescope. So how could we be heathens when we taught them? We brought them out of their darkness. We had when the Renaissance came about, we did that for them. But they supposed to have been the people of God. These homosexuals and pedophiles that I don't know how people follow them. Yeah, I'm talking about the Catholic Church. I said it and I meant it. If you look at their history then and now, it ain't changed. They still homosexuals and pedophiles, and they try to hide it, paying money, paying you all for their actions. Not only them, the Roman Empire the same way, orgies and group sexes and all that. And the Greeks the same way. And the so-called Jews, not them fake Jews that went over there and took the country from the Palestine and through England and America. And that was in what, 1943 or 1917 when that started, or 23 when they started that war over there. The war of the Suez Canal and all that. All that is interconnected where these people in cahoots with Frankenstein, the German and the Jew. Yeah, that's the conspiracy right there, and that ain't no conspiracy theory. Frankenstein is the German and the Jew to put this thing together, but Hitler, I ain't even gonna say nothing about that because they might say I'm anti-Semitic and want to ban me and do all this, but the truth is a matter of fact. All we got to do is research and we'll see the truth in the light. What Hitler said about these so-called Jews that's European, they ain't Semitic at all. That's the whole hoax right there. When they lie about being Semitic and say, if you say something, you be anti-Semitic. No, I'm not going to be anti-truth. And you're not going to validate me or nothing. And I ain't going to be scared to speak the truth. What you going to do? What are you going to do to me? I'm not worried about it. You know why? Because I'm protected. You can't do nothing to me that my ancestors and my creator is not going to allow to happen to me. If it happened to me, it's meant to happen, and I accept it as a matter of fact because I'm a matter of black. And let me say, I want to say good morning to everybody this day. I want to say good morning, Ashe, Assalamu Alaikum, Nastay, on this 20th day of our mass global boycott. Now, I want to apologize for yesterday. I set another date. I was out of date because I was out of time. See, when I went astro traveling, I had my mind somewhere else, and I was a day forward or a day back, but I'm back right where I'm supposed to be, and that's a matter of fact. So I want to say good morning to Wilma Harvey, my brother Marcelo De Paso, Lawrence Wolf, big old cousin, artist Melody, Rashida Abdulmalik, Dulce Clay, and Neverland Williams. And all those that I know that they put their name on here, I want to say I love y'all. And it's our time, man. It's our time to control this world once again through the matriarchic essence of the blessings of our Creator and our ancestors. And don't keep accepting the lies of these people. That we got to break out their everything. I mean, the hypnotized, mesmerized, hypnotic trance that they got us in, where I say not us, those that are in that trance or under that trance, and want them to have romance with these deceptive, evil people. They got to be evil to do what they've done to us and what they're doing today. In the water in Detroit, don't forget that. Don't forget the chemtrails that's up in the sky all over the world, right? Don't forget that, right? Don't forget that. We can't forget that. If you forget it, you're going to be caught up. You're going to be used and abused. You got to know what's going on. You got to. We got to come together in unification and build our black nation. We got to take back our communities and can control them. We don't want the slave catchers in our community catching our brothers and take them to the auction block and selling them in time and sending them to the plantation. But the thing about it, we got to stop committing crime in our communities. That's the only way we can keep them out. We got to keep the European slave catcher and the Negropean slave catcher out of our communities. I'm still mad at this this Negropean that he wanted to joke about the young sister getting killed, talking about, don't we wish we had that gun jump out squad coming through our community. Heck no, we don't. If they got to try to set up people the way they doing instead of dealing with it in a way that's supposed to be just or whatever, man, stay out of our communities. We don't need y'all. We can control our own community. That's what we're going to do from here on out. And if I said anything that's not the truth, call me out, because I'll go get my evidence. If it's in the Bible, the Quran, or divine province, or my Achametic soulism, or miseducation of the Negro, or destruction of the black civilization, or from man to Superman, or the broader fouls, or Chiop Andy, I'll go get my proof. What I speak is the truth by divine decree. I ain't gonna lie on these Europeans, and I ain't gonna lie on us, and I ain't gonna protect us. If we wrong, we wrong. But I ain't gonna sell our people to the slave catchers. None of that. That's why we have to develop our own system of truth, justice, and equality. We have to do this now. If we don't, we're gonna stay in the quagmire, deceptive maze that we're in. I love y'all. And this is the end of Blackanized Report for this day. Man, I enjoyed myself at Rosedale yesterday with the NOI, with El Rashidun, Imam Ali. I seen my big old cousin Drip, and all the people of the community came out, man. And then the youth. Man, you should have seen how the youth went to the chess boards, man. And nobody was over there with them but them. So they're naturally attracted to mind things, you know, to something to stimulate their mind. We got to stimulate their mind and guide them to what's right, man, and righteous. We do it when they're young, so when they grow up, they have that attitude and that spirituality. We can't give our children and sell our children souls to these people who only want to give us gold and trinkets and money to be misled and accept their way of life. But they are not like us. We have a soul. They are genome primates. The difference between humanity and the genome primate is the blood that goes through their vein and where they come from. See, they can't even find out where they come from. That's why they always say, they put the title on it, archaeological search. But it's not that. These people trying to find out where they come from, where their history at. Because they always stealing everybody's history. But they stole ours and made it a mystery to us. And all the things that they say, don't trust in and don't do this and all that. We must overcome that. We must overcome their teachings, their religion, their holidays, and everything. And we got to come back to us. We got to come black to us. We have to be the people that we are, divine people with a divine essence. And with that, I say, stay blessed, stay empowered, and be empowered. It's our day, it's our time. We must reach out to our young brothers and change their mind, change their heart. They're the only one that really can change the crime that they commit in our community. But we got to confront them, not in a confrontational way. But we got to confront them and speak to them, speak the truth to them about their spirituality, about their culture, and that they're being programmed by a white racist institution through social engineering. And prove it to them. Prove it to them. We got to get the information and show it to them so that they be under robot control. See, we don't want us to be like Hebelo. Here it go right here. My mentors, the last poet. I'm going to let this take us out a little bit.
We're going to hear some poetry from...
Because poetry is a part. I do poetry also, too. I want y'all to know that. But I'm more of a revolutionary, evolutionary, divine being because I gave myself to the Lord. I gave myself to the Lord through our ancestors, because this is what they say do. They say know thyself. They say the truth is etched in stone, and when you know thyself, you know that your body is a temple. And if you know that your body is a temple, you go to the temple to do what? You go to worship. If my body is a temple, I got 2 temples, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to worship what's on the inside of the temple, right? Plain and simple.
This moment of respite is brought to you by Subway.
I'm going to go on that because they interfered with where I'm trying to go with this commercial. I don't know, but anyway, now what she say? Now get back to the music.
5 footlongs, starting at $4.99.
That's just disrupted my thing. That's subliminal suggestion.
Limited time for participating shops. Prices vary or higher.
I'm gonna let y'all go, man.
Plus tax, no additional discounts, coupons apply.
Unless you come back.
When you're
No,
up
it
in
don't.
the air,
I see y'all later. Blackanized Report.
your music doesn't
And I
have to be.
got caught off with these commercialized lies that they always do. Subliminal suggestion. But anyway, y'all be blessed and stay in power. Did anybody else come on while I'm up there telling? Oh, Rafu Bey. Islam Mo.
Pandora Plus.
And everybody else that come on or came on or just listen in the background. Man, have an input, man. You know, stimulate motivation. That's all what it's about. That we got to do and rise up each other. You know, the way we do this. Connecting in currency because we're energy. We got to know who we are. Y'all be gone as I be gone. But not for long. I'll always be around in love and spirit. Amen. Again, my condolences to the family of Ike Foster. He always, there's a prayer or thought away because he was a multi-genius, an Imhotep in our community. We need to call the mayor or the city council. They need to make a street after that brother. Or not no alley, a street. It can be a short street or maybe whatever we need to put so he can always be remembered as an icon of Ward 8 for what he did for our children. With that, I say I love y'all. Be blessed and stay in power and be in power. Amen. Ashe, Hotep, Namaste.